So what do you view as the biggest public health nutrition problem in your community related to the children?
Okay, in our children, we do see a lot of obesity, or at least overweight kids. And I think I've been here for about 10 years, and even over the last 10 years, I think we've seen an increase in that. Some kids are so obese that they really do have trouble with PE. They really have trouble, and I'm sure that they have trouble doing things that other kids are able to do at home just because of their weight at such a young age.
How often do they have PE per week?
They have activity every day, and their activity is split between PE, art, music, and computer lab. So they have it about twice a week for about 45 to 50 minutes. I'm not sure on that time, but I think it's 45 to 50 minutes.
What about recess?
They do have a recess, and I'm not sure how long it is, but it's not very long. There's a lot of emphasis placed on the curriculum and testing and the classroom time, and there is not as much recess as there was when I went to school. It's just not.
Okay. What do you see a lot of the children eating?
We have pizza a lot, hot dogs, pizza. We have a child that brings his lunch every day, and he has those Lunchables every day. They always bring a lot of potato chips, a lot of junk food.
Yeah. Do you have any students here that have diabetes?
Yes, we do. We have, I'm lead nurse for the whole county, and we have at least one diabetic in every school, at least one diabetic. At the middle school, there's about 6 diabetics. One is type 2 diabetes, and at the high school, we probably have 4.
And what would you say the percentage of overweight or obese children are in this school district?
That's hard to guess, and I know that PE is taking body mass index readings from the kids, and I'm not sure exactly what that is, but I think if we included overweight and obese, it would be a pretty high percentage. I'm scared to guess, but there's a good meaning. I mean, you can just look at our population and you can see it.
Yeah. Do you see very often food being used as a reward for the children in the school?
Yes, very much. We do. We have pizza parties for reading or for good behavior. They earn bucks, cold bucks, for good behavior, and they can turn those in for popcorn parties or a pizza party, yes, we do have a lot of pizza parties.
Okay. What about birthday parties? Do parents bring in food very often?
Very much. There's about 25 children per classroom, and especially in the lower grades, like kindergarten, first grade, parents love to bring in cupcakes or cake for their child's birthday, and it's usually the very big cupcakes, the big elaborate ones with the icing that's about that thick, and pretty often, yes.
Okay. Have the teachers or administrators taken any efforts to try to stop that, or try to get them to bring more healthy food?
Yes, there has been some effort to do that in the past, and there was a lot of opposition to that. Parents thought that their children ought to be able to, and even teachers said these children, it's their birthday, and they should be able to have the cupcakes. They want the cupcakes on their birthday. We suggested one time, because we did have a diabetic child in a class, that they could bring fruit. Kids like fruit. They just love fruit. You could dress it up a little bit and do fun things with it and stuff, but it really didn't go over real well.
Do you think that food insecurity or access to food is a problem for many of the families in this community?
Yes, I do think that. I know that we have a high percentage of kids who are on free or reduced lunch. And I know that in the past, in all of the elementary schools, that we have had some children who are so poor that we think they're not getting adequate nutrition over the weekends. And what our school system does, with some help from outside agencies, is we send a little backpack or duffel
like
bag,
food to kids.
yeah, home with them on the
Okay,
weekends that has food in it. You know, the easy food that they can open and access on the weekends, just to make sure that.
What kinds of food do you
have
put
enough.
in the backpacks?
They put things that don't have to be cooked, like Pop-Tarts and things that are easily opened, you know, for the kids. It's not always nutritionally healthy.
Nutrition.
That's better than nothing, though.
Yeah.
It really is.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I think so.
Alright,
Between what we got on video and what I've got down here,
Yeah.
I think that's really good.
You asked me a while ago about what we have to eat in our community. Excuse me.
Right.
Here
Okay,
is- yeah.
is like, we have an all-you-can-eat buffet Chinese thing where, you know, the stuff's swimming in grease. There's nothing really that you can get that's healthy. We have several home cooking places that you go to that has fried chicken, fried steak, and gravy, and a few vegetables that are swimming in oil.
Oh.
You know, and really to find something really healthy to go out to eat, to find
Yeah.
something healthy is very difficult. Very difficult here. We have the Huddle House, which people love to go to, but it's burgers and fries and grease. And I'd say the healthiest thing that we have here to go out to eat is probably Subway.
Okay.
You know, you could choose healthy
Right.
there, but that's really it. We've got Chicken Express, you know, where it's just greasy stuff. There's just not anything very healthy. Can't you know, you could get a salad, I guess, at Subway, but I just can't think of another place in town where you could get a salad in our town.
Do you know about how many grocery stores there are in this community? Or,
Well, we have a very small grocery store called the Food Line. Probably came back, but it's a very small grocery store right here in Danielsville. Most of the closest and largest grocery store is Ingles out there at Hull,
Okay.
that a lot of people go to. It's sort of on the outskirts of our county. It's not right in the middle. So we have
Yeah,
people
so
who
it's
live
not
in
real
Carlton, who live way out, you know, like in Carlton, and so it'd be pretty difficult for a lot of them to access that grocery store. We've got, in some of the other communities, we've got just very small grocery stores who do not carry the things, the fresh things, like the fresh fruits and vegetables that you'd like to.
So like
Like to buy.
convenience stores, like
Convenience
Gas
stores
stations.
and just a very limited amount of fresh produce.
okay.
We do have a farmer's market that operates on Saturday mornings. I don't think they have a large amount of people that go to it, but local people do try to sell their produce there, and that's a good place to go and to get fresh produce. It really is a problem, and I'm really glad that someone's addressing it and trying to help us find solutions out here, because it really is important, and we all know that it is. We really all know that it is. We just sort of at a loss of, because people are used to eating that way for so long. It's really hard to change them.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really hard to change them.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
That's
you.
all the
You're so
questions we
welcome.
have. Yeah, that's very helpful.
Yes.